into what, what our capabilities are, what our parameters are, what we're able to do and what we're not able to do. We think we've really been diving into that pretty good on a regular basis. One of the things I encourage everyone else to do is to definitely share whatever your thoughts are in that regards with the Jobs Act or the Gift Tax Act. Definitely willing to listen to what anybody has to say about that. Just call me directly. It's all good. So we good to go when it comes to that area. And so what I'm gonna do today is kind of go over a couple of items that I said I think are imperative to the next step we're about to take. We're concluding our final quarter of the year over the next 2 weeks, and we've been on an evolution that is to elevate our mind. And I specifically wanted that to be where you learned what was going on, understand our philosophy, understand our methodology, stuff like that. This was a time period for us to really get that foundation of knowledge. Because when we go to first quarter of 2020, that's the implementation phase. We're going to have a little bit different focus in that evolution, and it's really going to be about do it, get it done. And any barriers to that, we want to just knock them down, explode them, go under, over, around, through, blow them up, whatever. Any barriers to anything that's hindering our implementation of what we're doing, we need to overcome them. And it's based on knowledge that we have with everything we're talking about. It's the tools that's going to allow us to do that. Okay. So these next couple of weeks, please do your best you can to communicate with your team and let them know, that we're using these tools to get what we're trying to get with the fundraising. Next slide. So I would like for people to continue to use the one-page overview. If you want to do a quick overview to someone face-to-face, or even online, if you decided to be on a video platform and you want to talk to somebody, you can use the one-page overview, but it's really designed for face-to-face. And these 4 slides are the first 4 slides of our presentation. So all you do is look at this information and kind of highlight 1 or 2 things, and then you're going to turn it over, but not yet. You're going to turn it over, and it'll be 4 more slides on the back of the one-page overview, and you'll highlight a couple of items on that are of interest. And in about 5 minutes, you should be done sharing all 8 slides with whoever you're talking to. Okay, and then you give them 1, and you keep 1 when you're presenting. And if they have a question while you're sitting there talking, they'll be able to glance at it and ask the question, and you can answer for them. So the 2 things that I highlight the most when I use this marketing tool is slide number 2 and slide number 3. Number 2 really just shows you, basically, this is all about $37 and 2 people, and how $12 goes as an admin fee, one time for life. And your first $25 out of your pocket will go to whoever is the next person to receive the donations who are in the middle of the wheel. You're one of the 8 people that will be contributing to that person's financial goal. And they're one of our team members.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, the slides not on. The slides are not on.
Oh, really? Sure.
No.
Okay. Thank you. It says that I'm sharing, so let me see.
There you go.
They're on now.
Okay.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, sir. And so just real quick, slide 2 and 3, upper right and lower left, is the main 2 things I point out about that is that 12 and 25. And then to the right of slide 2, top right, the core team. Our core team is still 7. You bring on 2 and you help them get there too. Those 7 people are your core team, but that core wheel is all 15 positions. The 1, 2, 4, and 8. And so that just shows what those levels is. And also, it's an awesome reference point if you're visually sharing this information with somebody. The lower left, really important that you read your slides and look at the 3 yellow box on the left-hand side of the slide, where it says the same thing about the 27 and the 25 and the 12, but it also talks about how you advance to the next wheel. That's a really key component to what we do here and how we do it with our methodologies. It's right there in one sentence. Once you receive your first 2 contributions, you go to the $50 level if you choose to do so. And then your next 4 contributions, you go to the $100 level. That's when you go there. And then the last 2 contributions on the $25 level are your donations to use however you please. And now that you're on the 50, once you complete the 25, you go to the 50, level, you start getting 8 contributions from the 50, 8 contributions from the 100 that you're already there. The right-hand side, this is a new portion to the slides, and I'm really coming from the perspective of how we utilize our methodologies and our philosophy on Dream Team to have an expectation of how many donations we can receive. And that's the beauty of this whole plan, that we can have predictability. The predictability, because we know 248 is a completed wheel and you'll get 8 donations. We also know that, next slide. And you also know that when you complete all, look to the upper right-hand side, this is the next slide. And we also know that when you complete all 15 wheels, then you have a completed self-sustaining structure that can flow through all 9 levels. So again, those 15 completed wheels represent the original 15 people that was on your wheel. And that's the slide shown on the left-hand side. The 1, 2, 4, and 8 are the individuals that come onto your team. This is a very, very useful tool to help you track everything. That's what it is, a tracking tool. It's going to take teamwork. That's why that slide is there. And then ultimately, here's how you wrap up the whole philosophy and methodologies that we do on the Dream Team. Simple one slide right here. Commit to the philosophy, the methodology, the teamwork, in order to have an accountability and predictability business model, right? And the seeds and the fruits of the system come from the accountability and predictability. I mean, that's an awesome combination. Think about that. You can be accountable to yourself, understanding the system and implementing it with a ton of help. And then the fruit of that is predictability. I mean, where do you get that at? That is absolutely incredible. You know what I mean? You can bank on it because the numbers, they just don't lie. And so predictability will become obvious when you are accountable. So they all work interchangeably. And I'm asking everybody to really, really, really stop playing with the time frame. Really do something in a 7-day period of time that you can repeat. You know, a lot of us, we freestyle, and that's fine. We just go all the time. And we really don't I know I don't, and a lot of the people I talk to don't either. We just go and we just keep going. But in order for us to be accountable to what our expectations are, we got to be able to see what happens over a 7-day period of time. What did I do and what did I get for what I did? It's another way of being accountable. So I'm asking you to really consider your 7-day calendar and you know, do your best to accomplish whatever you can within 7 days, minimum being 1 person. Okay, next slide. So this money thing, I want to spend about 2 minutes on this because even though we talked about it a lot and I shared it for a couple of months in a text message, a lot of you should have received that via text. But I want to bring it to the forefront because it's just our expectation. The way we do what we do, then this is how we are receiving donations because of that. And so we talked about how when you get to the $100 wheel, and I didn't highlight that on the previous slide where the seed was, but when you complete your $100 wheel, the last 4 contributions that you receive, those last $400, that's when you're going to re-enter into the 25, the 50, the 100, and go to the $250 VIP level for the first time. It costs $425 as you see on the phase 2. So you just got $1,400 in contributions, and you re-contribute or you donate $425 of that to other people on the wheel. And because of that, you'll see that at the $250 completion level, you would have received an additional $3,400 in donations. I mean, typically we think of the $250 level as getting 8 times 250, which is $2,000. But because we came back into the previous levels, it's $3,400. It's just $1,400 from the 25, 50, and 100. That's where the $1,400 came from. Remaining $2,000 is what you normally get on the $2,000 level. I mean, $250 level anyway. So that's where 34 come from. But let me jump ahead real quick. Go to the 1,000 at the bottom of phase 2, the VIP level. There's a $1,000 example. You're going to recontribute for $1,925. What is that? What is that? That's the 25, 50, the 100, the 250, and the 500, and then the 1,000 for the first time. It's a total cost of $1,925, but you just received $7,400 from the $500 level. So you contribute nearly $2,000, but look at your donation return. It's $15,400. So at the completion of the VIP level, 250, 500, and 1,000, those 3 levels, that's the VIP level, it's $26,000. So it's just an awesome place to really have a quantum leap in your finances from donations. And I want us all to be over there over the next 90 days. All of us should be firmly on the VIP level and have completed the VIP level. That's where our team is right now, entering to the VIP level and completing the VIP level over the next 90 days. Now we're coming to the end of our of this evolution this quarter. So really on January the 1st, we start the clock again for the next quarter, and we'll be measuring our goals and our successes, during that quarter. But really briefly, on the final phase, before we go to the next slide, we only got about 4 more slides to go. On the final phase, the TTD, time to dream. That is our ultimate goal, and the word dream is there because we're a dream team, right? So we just coined this phrase. No one told us this. We came up with it ourselves. TTD, time to dream. And if you notice there, let's just look at the $10,000 level, for instance. To restart all the wheels, $18,925 is what you would contribute one time to all 9 levels. But if you look at the previous donation amount of $5,000, you just received $71,000. So you basically put $20,000 back into the system and reap $151,400 from that. Now, one thing I'll tell you before we move on is that the way this system is designed, when you archive a wheel, your 2, your 4, and your 8 will be directly behind you, like the same day, next day, archiving their wheels at that level as well. This is indicative of how our system is designed. Again, that when you complete your root level of 25, 50, and 100, and you go to the 250 for the first time, because you built those 15 people, and those 15 people have their 15 people, when you archive your 250, all 15 people will archive their 250 like in succession right behind each other. It's not just about you archiving your particular level of wheel, it's about your entire wheel archiving the wheel. So this is some real good stuff, and that's why I need you to understand the potential so you can start thinking about it that way and don't sell ourselves short. We have created a masterpiece, is what Bruce called it in the beginning. He called it this before it was that. Yeah, Bruce called it that before it was even this. And that's exactly what we have here. Next slide. So a little bit on the wheel. Just want to make sure that everybody truly understands what's going on with this wheel. And here's something Angelina added recently. At the top of the slide, you see how the wheel works video. So when you receive these documents in your email as a slideshow, you'll be able to click on that link. It's live. And there's the 3.5-minute video about how the wheel works. It explains all of that in 3.5 minutes with my voiceover. And when you come from the capture page, you can download the documents from the capture page. So people can actually print it out if they wanted to from the capture page. They also can listen to how the wheel works from the capture page. They can read these slides on their own from the capture page. So how the wheel works is so critical that let's go to the next slide. This is a 2-page, 1-page overview. So it's a front and back, 1-page overview. So what I showed you initially was one side of the how the wheel works, and it explains step by step how the movement goes. But this slide, which will be on the back of it, also has a, well, not also, but this how the wheel works on the front side, but on the back side summarizes, is what I want to say. It summarizes everything that was on the front side. And I deleted all the other numbers so you can, strictly track. If you did enter on the 15, red, even though you can enter on any spot, you rotate to the 5, then you come down to the 3, and then to the 1. It's the same way that I'm explaining in detail on the front side of the 1-page overview. Okay? So, and then there's a video. So this should help. And so I just want to say that with the wheel movement, it splits and rotates multiple times, like 4 times before everything is, before you get paid out. So it's important that, let's look at number 5. Let me make a point of emphasis right here. You see you entered on a red 15, and then the next spot you move to when all 4 of those red spots were complete on the bottom, the wheel split it and rotated. and you became on the top half now, from the bottom to the top, because it split and rotate, and now you're in the orange. This is where everybody brings in their first two people in a normal scenario. If you're at your wheel that's really slow and you're the only one in the bottom or the top in the red, and yes, you are authorized to bring in your people on those other red spots. I explained that on the previous slide, but this is the preferred place that you bring in your first two people. And everybody else does likewise, and then the wheel rotates and split. You go to the bottom. Now you're number 3 on the bottom. You notice 4 red spots opened up, and that's where your 2 orange people, which were initially your 2 red people, they rotated with you, and they moved to the orange like you did, and now there's 4 spots underneath them. That's where your 4 come in. And then finally it rotates and split. You go to the middle, number 1. 8 available spots came open on that wheel, and that's where your 4 orange get their 2 apiece red, and it completes the wheel. So again, there's a video, there's a front and back, and there's a summary right here. That should help everybody out. But what we have to do is read it and understand it. Okay, next. Did I give you my hat or something, Bruce? Okay, next slide.
No, leave it alone, man.
So I'm about to let Angelina holler at y'all for a minute.
Alrighty, hello everyone.
Angelina.
Here's the Bruce. So silly. Okay, anyway, as you can see, we just did these slides today. I wanted to, Mike and I, we're always discussing the best ways to show you guys what exactly is what you will see when you go to the registration page to register on the TOD page, the Two Ordinary Guys. So TOG, sorry, not TOD. But first, you'll see, well, I did another video. So when you get these slides, it's gonna be in PowerPoint instead of PDF, because in PDF you can't, I don't believe you can click on the link and view it. So I did a video, it's 8 minutes long, but this is what you'll see. This is what you will always see when you are registering yourself, or if you're registering a new member, if they want you to help them or you want to do it yourself. And so I said on the right-hand slide, please complete all fields. It is imperative that you only use your crowdfunding username and password. It just makes life easier, so that you don't have to remember another not using another username, because that username is connected, is the connection between TOG and your CCF capture page. So hopefully everyone understands that. So, and next slide. And once you register, this is what you will, after like 3 seconds, this is what you will see after you register. And you just log in with your CCF username or your CCF password or new password. And if you're on your computer, you can just click remember so that you don't have to log in every time. Enter your information every time you log into this page. Does everyone understand?
Shake your head.
Just shake your head. Thank you.
Yeah, yep.
Yes.
Okay. See, this is where you log into your back office for capture pages and training. Next slide. And this is what you will see once you log in. Welcome to the Two Ordinary Guys Guerrilla Marketing Mastery page. And as you can see on the left-hand side, it has the link or the tab for crowdfunding, and the next tab is for the training videos, which is our training videos, which Michael had already mentioned, and also the Two Ordinary Guys, they have also done training videos pertaining to how to use like Facebook and stuff like that to build up your brand, clientele and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it for me. It's very short and sweet. Not keeping this long, not keeping y'all forever. but this is what you will see. So are there any questions? Miss Anita, unmute yourself. You got it?
Yeah.
There you go.
What does TOG actually stand for?
Two ordinary guys.
Oh, well, duh. Okay. That was it.
Guys.
Because I've been out there and I saw where it says creating your own brand and how to do it on Facebook. So it's pretty good stuff.
Okay. And Miss Sherry, please go back and change your username. Because when you send out your link to everyone that you know, friends, family, etc., it links your TOG to your CCF page. Because when you send it to a person and they are ready to join, they click on join now or whatever, and all they have to put in, because it recognizes your username, so that they won't have to put in invited by. So, and it goes directly to what they want to use as their username. So hopefully everyone understands that. Okay. And she said,
Aren't we using the same username protocol? First name, last name, year?
Good job.
yes, ma'am. Whatever your CCF username is, that's what you use.
Okay.
I know Mike Bolton got this, so I'm not worried about him.
This is Jerry. I didn't have any problem. I registered already.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
You know what
Good
my
job.
problem is?
Oh, I remember. Ms.
I
Bolton,
hope,
we'll fix that. we'll fix it. Dr. Malone, welcome. You have anything, sir?
A question. When I first signed up for the capture page, I hadn't seen your video just above that. So I put in a new password and a new username. Can I come out of that or just register again? Or
No, it's not going to let you register again if you use the same email address. I'm going to ask the two guys, two ordinary guys, or I'll just send them your information, yours and I believe Miss Sherry, and they'll be able to change it. Just send me your username for CCF, and I'll get it changed. So y'all don't have nothing to worry about.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Mr. Bruce, I see you
Oh.
thinking.
No. No, I had something to say about something else once you finish.
Okay.
You know, I got this.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay. Wait, somebody else has a question. Let's see. Okay. Sherry, I need a pencil. You have a pencil? Oh, Lord. Okay. Got you, Miss Sherry.
Back on.
Hello.
Okay, who's saying hello?
Hey, Margaret.
Hi, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
I'm trying to make sure you have my email address and my husband's email address. I'm not sure because I haven't received anything in my email from you guys.
Do I have your email address?
Yes, I'm trying to make sure you have it.
We got 5 minutes. Just type it. Can you type it in?
Just type it into the Zoom group chat, and I'll copy it, and I'll look for it in the
The group.
MailChimp, and I will let you know.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Let's switch up.
T, hold on, I go early. J. All right, that's it for me. Thank y'all.
Cool.
Thank you, Angeline.
No problem.
So Mike,
Yeah.
did you all record this tonight?
I don't know. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I just, I had a revelation today.
Okay.
I think and that's in reference to the 248.
Yeah.
And just looking at those sheets, and I keep looking at the sheets, and I was talking to Sherry about them today, and I was talking to Steve about them. But you know what I thought of, Mike?
What?
I've done this before. When I did this, when we
When?
went to the 250, and I drew all those simulated wheels on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And then we went there wheel by wheel by
Yeah.
wheel by wheel. And it just hit me. I was like, that's what we're doing. We're going to have 15 and we're going to do the whole thing. We
Yes.
did it. That's the exact same thing we did, only because I drew the wheel out by hand and put everybody in. And I went to the next wheel, and then went to the next wheel. And I was like, I think when people understand the magnitude of what you put together here, it's going to be really big. And it just hit me today. I was like, that's the exact same thing I did that day when I was talking to admin and we was putting people in wheel at a time, next wheel at a time. And that's the exact same thing we're going to do. The only difference is we're going to have 15 archive wheels to work with, and we're going to put them in wheel by wheel by wheel by wheel by wheel.
That's exactly right.
And that same day, we split wheels. We split wheels. We paid people off. We split wheels. And, oh, man, that hit me today, and I was like, that's what we're doing.
Oh, it's a powerful thing, man. I look at each one of the wheels as a universe by themselves. Well, actually, a galaxy all alone, and then they're out in the universe, man. Them wheels hit anywhere, and it completes the whole thing. So it is a powerful thing.
No, it just hit me today, man.
That's good, man. That's real good. Let me say this to you. There's two things that I need us to write down as a takeaway or to remember as a takeaway. As we finish these last couple of weeks of this month, thus this year, if we decide to focus on using primarily the capture page as our marketing tool because it houses all of the videos, and it's the way that you can communicate the most effectively with the least amount of effort. Because if the person wants to talk to you, they can put their name, number, and email, and you'll get an email back to you directly, and you can call them back. If you're talking with somebody face to face and you don't really care about them filling out the capture page, it houses all the information, all the philosophy, methodology, all in short videos, to include Angelina's video about how to register. It's there too, on the registration page. And then also we'll be duplicating and having a few more pieces of information at our YouTube channel. So therefore, when it comes down to adding new email addresses and making sure people get the email with the information, it's not just rerouted to somebody's junk mail or in the promotional or the social section of your Gmail account or something like that. But rather, if we have the YouTube channel, we just make sure you got the link to the YouTube channel. And now you can go there and see all the previous Zoom trainings, and all of our stuff will be there on YouTube. So the streamlined takeaway is use the capture page as often as you talk to anybody. And the next thing is just understanding our philosophies. You use the capture page for that. Like, you can take the capture page yourself and look at a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 7 minute, 8 minute video. Because that's what we have on there. Anywhere from 1 to 8 minutes is the length of all the videos on everything. And you can check them out whenever you got 5 minutes. So we really, 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 really love that. And then secondly, we need to, what I want to say about that. So once you use the marketing material primarily as your communication device, I'll just put it like this. I think everything else you need to do will fall in place behind that. If there's the one thing that I want you to focus on the most, is getting the information out, using the capture page, and you understanding the information on the capture page. There you go. We'll say it like that. You personally understand the information that's on the capture page, because it's everything, and then pass out the capture page as often as possible over the next couple of weeks. so that when we hit January, we're in serious momentum. And that's where we need to be, and that's where we're going to be. But that is the reason why we're going to be in momentum. We have hundreds of people on the team, multiple hundreds of people on the team. I'm going to propose one more thing with the capture page. Angelina didn't like this one, but I got to put it out anyway. If your team is slow to getting registered for the capture page, take some time and register as many people as you can. You have the information that you need in order to register them. Once you register them, send them their link. Because when they pass that link out, because it's easy, that's one more person that they didn't pass it out to because it was hard. Like if they got to talk to somebody and they're not going to do it, if they had the capture page, they say, let me text you this link, my link. It's just an easier way to give us one more chance to get one more person exposed. All right? So I wanted to make sure I got that. Oh, Mr. Cotton, I see you sitting there, man. Is that a still photo picture? Oh, no, that's you live and in person. What's up, sir?
Cool daddy-o.
Oh, you muted, man. You muted. Hold on, let me unmute you. There you go. Welcome to the call, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here, man, for real.
Yes, sir.
This is my first.
Well, you cooler than the other side of the pillow, boy. That's my man right there. That is Samson Cotton.
I'm going to bring it. Whatever it is, I'm going to bring it.
I know you are. All right. So anyway, guys, another report is that I have been able to continue to talk to, it feels like 10, 12, 14 people a week, which is, that's a good sign. You know, when nobody calls you, that's a bad sign. When a lot of people call you, that's a good sign. And we have a good amount of people calling, different people calling, all of that. And it still feels like whenever we talk to them, they get started. It normally ends very well when people do a three-way call and all that. And so I will give you that one more anatomy of a preferred method of exposure. Right? Remember how we had the anatomy of a peak interest contact? This is the anatomy of a preferred, through lessons learned, how to share the information. With that capture page, you're going to ask them, can I give you some information, good friend of mine? Yes, you can. You text them the capture page. You say, hey, can I call you back tonight to see, if you got a chance to watch some of them videos? They'll be like, yes, you can. You call them back tonight. Did you see the information? Yes, I did. Cool. You ready to get started or need some more clarity? Because everything they need to look at is on the capture page. And, and like I told you, what we do, we talk too much. So quit trying to have a 1,000-hour conversation with somebody about the information. Let the tool do the talking for you, and you ask them how did they have any questions about what you shared with them. And if they say, yeah, here's the big part right here. If they say yeah, or they aren't interested at all, get somebody else on the phone too. Let me tell you, that move right there, putting somebody else on the call, it's golden. It's golden. So you got me available. You got Bruce, man. You got one of your sideline, teammates could do a three-way call. Because all they're asking is, how do you, is there any question that you have? And as long as your partner knows the information that's on the capture page, they can answer their question. It's really not that big of a deal. So we got to show so we can go.
My man.
Bruce, what you got, man? Back to you.
Hey, I'm good. I'm just excited. I thank everybody for getting on the call. Hey, this one gang is worth it. It all the time Angelina and Mike put into giving us all the tools that we need. Now, just to show some appreciation, let's get out here and execute. Because, when I had my revelation today, that was real for me, because it's not like these things I had on a piece of paper. I'm just writing on my little spreadsheet, and I'm writing it down. It just hit me. I was like, we did this one day in real time. We did this for real, and a lot of money exchanged hands that very day. And we just talking about 20 people. We did about 20 so odd people, but that split a few wheels and closed out a few wheels. And I was like, once you archive your wheel, and then all 14 of those people on your archive wheel archive their wheel, then there begins the masterpiece. And then when execution come from that point in time, it's going to be something to behold. It's something that one day somebody says, okay, y'all ready? Let's do it again. And then you just do it. And then you just do it. And you archive all 15 wheels again. That's perfect. That's perfect. Actually, it's kind of funny.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
When they start to really look at it and digest it and try to understand it, then it gets scary.
Yeah, it do get a little scary.
So, but let's rock, gang. Let's rock.
Oh, the other Jerry. Oh, there go Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you on there? Jerry, did you want to share any news, any testimony or anything about what's going on?
No, I've been sharing it with a couple of people today. I sent the invite out. One guy looked at it, excuse me, and he sounded like he interested in it. He playing around with it in the head. I told him to get on the Zoom have a Zoom. He may be busy right now, but no, other than that, I'm good. My daughter actually motivated me. She's on fire. She don't got one person on the wheel and look like she'll be having another person pretty soon. So
Right. And it's just from showing it, because I'm telling you, man, most people, 10, 15 people, into showing somebody, and they got a couple people. They don't really take a lot. They don't. Okay, Destiny, you good out there, Fort Hood? Let's see, we got Destiny online.
I'm good.
Okay, good. Well, we're still looking forward to assisting you and hopefully seeing you, I guess, early in the new year then, I guess, if not this month. So anyway, everybody good. Anybody, I'm opening it up for everybody right now. Anybody can unmute themselves if you got any comments or questions of any kind.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, who's that?
Jennifer.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Jennifer Buchanan.
Are we going to do the mastermind call on the team call line after the opportunity call tonight?
Yeah, on the team call, Bruce's number, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
10 o'clock.
Did you have that on your thing?
On the text message, yeah.
Okay. So
It's the preliminary one, and we're gonna lay out some formats and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll go from there. But 10 o'clock East Coast time, be about a 30-minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
The real masterminds, which is everybody on the call.
Michael,
everybody welcome if you say you on it. Huh?
I'm registered on the Two Ordinary Guys, but how do I get back to it? I don't have the link to go back. I've been going back to my email to get back to it.
Yeah, right. You got to save it. Right.
Yeah, just type in
Two Ordinary Guys.
Yeah.
Two Ordinary Guys.
Yeah, HTTPS. I think it's www. Oh no, just twoordinaryguys.com.
There you go.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
And then look, like with my link, just go ahead and save your link, like type it out to yourself in a text message or something like that.
Okay.
And put a little sentence with it, guys. Get your link and then say, hey, check out my crowdfunding, link or something like that. And now when you text it out, your link will be there live, and you got a, ready-made sentence. Like mine says, I think it says, check out my crowdfunding capture page or something like that. Something simple. And then I'll send it to whoever I want to send it to, and they got it. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. LA, I see you right there. So you good? Okay. Good. So look, that's concluding of this call right here. We're not going to take this any longer. You guys know that you have me at your direct disposal. Give me a call if you're trying to do a three-way call. Call me first, and then check my availability, and then let's call your person. I think most of the time I'll be ready right then and there. I think I told Dr. Malone, give me 20 minutes today, and I think that's the longest I've ever delayed anybody. So just call me up, and let's get this thing done. Let's get the word out there, and let's change some lives.
Call him, please.
Call me? What? Is that you or something?
No. Call me. Especially Ohio. Call Michael, please.
Yeah, call me. I'll talk to y'all later, all right? Good night.
All right.
good night.
All right.
Good night.
What's up, Mr.
Right.
Scott?
Good night.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
All right.
I like your beard, brother.
Uh,
I like that.